Hi everybody and welcome back to the Upside Dan. I got to see A Quiet Place Day 1 in the 40X movie theater experience, and I'm here to tell you if it's worth it in the format. Before I get started, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more 40X content from me. Of course, as always, stick around until the end for my final verdict on whether it is worth it or not in the 40X format. One of the big things I was hoping for were the jump scares, and there's a lot of jump scares here. I feel like there's more in this film than there are in the other two movies in the franchise. The 40X enhances those greatly. It really immerses you into the jump scare. You're actually feeling the jump scare as well as hearing it and seeing it, and that is a huge plus for horror movies that come to the 40X movie theater experience. Maybe a jump scare wouldn't have gotten you, but since you also feel that in your seat, it got you. The seats were jolting with each jump scare, really quick. You would sometimes feel the rumble in your seat and the massagers on your back. You feel the puffs of air on either side of your neck and ears, and you would feel the stuff at your ankles as well if applicable. The 40X jump scares were really incredibly done for this film. Some of the jump scares are cheap or cliche jump scares or fake outs, but I think they work with the 40X very well. It immerses you into that film. It probably makes you more scared than you would have been without feeling the jump in your seat. The jump scares are the biggest plus I could say for this 40X experience. That's the reason you would want to go to a horror movie in 40X. There are some action scenes though where the seats are moving along with everything. The characters are running a lot. The creatures are running a lot as well and jumping and climbing. The human characters are doing the same things and they're falling and you're feeling that in your seat. You're feeling them getting snatched away by the creatures. The seats rumble, they vibrate. They're leaning this way, they're leaning that way. The puffs of air at your neck and ears, the puffs of air at your ankles. There's a handful of water usage here, and I actually did feel the water. There's a sewer scene that you see a little snippet of in the trailers, so there's swimming involved and the seats are moving along with that. The swimming, they're moving along with the characters trying to climb out of the water. When they land in the water, you feel water in the auditorium land on you, and then there's a big rain scene. You feel the water raining down on you. The rain is never consistent. If the scene is 5 minutes long, it's not raining in the auditorium for 5 minutes. Some 40X theaters, they give you ponchos. It's a little much because I don't get that wet, so maybe some do rain more and some do splash more than my theater. The rain scene was really cool because not only you got that, but you have the lights used because it's a lightning and thunderstorm. With each lightning strike, the lights on either side of the auditorium flash, and there's also a pivotal scene where they're using the thunder to mask the sounds. That was a really well done scene, but it's even cooler with the lights on either side of the auditorium and the pounding in your seat, the vibrating in your seat along with that. There's a really cool shot that I thought was very well done just in film standards. It's a dark screen. All you see is the lightning bolt. The lights, you really notice them at that moment. I thought that was a pretty incredible moment just as a scene in a film, but also to experience it in 40X was really cool. Fog was actually used several times. It might give Furiosa a run for its money, and I always wonder if their fog, they can make it dissipate faster in some instances. Sometimes it'll linger in the auditorium. It won't be distracting. There's scenes in A Quiet Place Day 1. In the movie, it's dirt, smoke, and all that stuff, but the fog stays in the theater, and that really fits it well. But I don't always notice it's sticking around in the auditorium. Sometimes it dissipates faster than other times. The scent, I noticed. I really was trying to pay attention to the scent. Fires going on and explosions and all that. Well, not the explosions, but the aftermath. So fires were lit. I was trying to smell if I smelled burnt. It seems like it's the same scent though. They use it at least one more time. Construction site in the night with the creatures doing something there. Those are the two times I noticed the smell, and I think it's the same scent. I really tried to pay attention to it. Like I said, some auditoriums will have more scent capabilities that they can use. They can use multiple scents. Sometimes I'm not so sure, but I really always notice just a similar or the same scent. Wind is used a few times. There's definitely some outdoor scenes, obviously. You feel the wind a little bit when everyone's looking at the crash landing of the creatures. So really all of the capabilities were used in this screening. It's definitely a good smorgasbord of the capabilities of a 40X auditorium. But there is some downtime where nothing's really used, but that's going to be pretty much every movie you see. In 40X, there's always going to be some downtime. I don't know if I would recommend it in 40X. I think the newcomers, this is a good one for them. They'll be wowed by it, I think. It's a fun experience in 40X. They did really well with it. There's a lot of fun stuff. The jump scares definitely make it more worth it than I think I would have said without the jump scares. It could be fun with a group of friends and funny, just to be there and watch them jump at the jump scares because you're feeling them as well. And like I said, though, it does use all the capabilities, so it is a good showcase of what a 40X auditorium can do. I just don't know if I 100% recommend it because I go to a lot of 40X experiences, obviously. I go to most of the movies in the 40X format. Some people are still going to be wowed no matter how many times they've gone. So there are people that are still have a lot of fun, and this one is going to be no different. It's a good 40X experience. It's just just not my favorite. I've definitely had a lot of better ones in the past month or two. This is one of the weaker ones of the last month or two. Newcomers are gonna have a lot of fun, and it's not that intense of a 40X experience. There's some intense movements in the seats, but not that much at all, really. If you like horror, it is a good movie to introduce you to the 40X format. I just think overall, it's not one that I would highly recommend to go see in 40X. However, I would recommend seeing it in theaters. If you love this franchise, like I do, then I think that this is a good movie. It's a pretty good movie in the franchise. I love part 1 and part 2. Like, I love them. I didn't like this one as much, but I enjoyed it. I had fun. It's a hard one, whether I recommend it or not. Like I said, I've definitely been to better 40X experiences in the past month or two. My word is not the end-all be-all, you know? You can make your own decision, and then you can tell me if you disagree with me. If you think this is a great 40X experience, that's great. It's just I go to so many, so out of all of them, I think this is definitely a lesser one. If you were going to see it in 40X anyway, go still try it. A lot of my viewers just want to go to any movie that comes to 40X, which is definitely understandable because it's a fun experience. And it's also understandable if you don't like 40X and you never want to go and you never want to experience a movie like that. That's understandable as well. So maybe you'll agree with me on this and what I think, but it's not really that high of a recommend in the 40X experience for me, but I do recommend it as a film. What did you think of A Quiet Place Day 1 in the 40X movie theater experience? What did you think of it as a film in general? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know down in that comment section. If you've liked what you've seen here and you want to see some more content from me, please click around here to see some other content from me. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video with the movie fans in your life. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, make me your 40X guy, and come to the upside, Dan.